Hey guys, so today I decided to do a what I packed for Florida makeup bag version. I don't really know how else to say it, but so this is just all the makeup I packed for Florida with the exception of my lip products because I put those in a separate bag, and literally all I packed was all my liquid lipsticks and all of my like lip butters, because the liquid lipsticks, you know, they're really good for long lasting, and then the lip butters are just really moisturizing. I do want to start off with apologizing for the lighting. It is like 11 o'clock at night right now, so I'm working with what I got, which is a lamp with no shade on it, and this is what it looks like with the shade on it. And I didn't know if this would be too dark to where you couldn't see the products, so we're gonna have to deal with the whiteout for a little bit. I apologize. So this is just the makeup bag that my mother-in-law gave me. It's from, I don't know if you can see that, but it's from Victoria's Secret, hence the pink stripes. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like pink. Okay, so I want to start with the brushes that I brought. I did get a couple of these brushes while I was down there, just because I forgot my handy dandy makeup sponge, and they don't sell the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge in Walmart down in Florida. So I did have to pick up a couple brushes. Let me just get them all out. Okay, so the first brush that I brought was my Real Techniques Multitask brush. I really like this for blending out my contour. I also brought my e.l.f. Professional Total Face Brush. I like doing setting powder with this if I do setting powder. I also brought my e.l.f. Blush Brush, which I actually don't use this for blush. I use it to set my under eye concealer. I also brought my e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush, and I use this for my highlight. And I brought my Paparazzi Powder Brush, and this is what I actually use for my blush. It just goes on really smoothly with it. Now, the two eye brushes. I brought all my eye brushes, which includes the e.l.f. Blending Brush, my Real Techniques Domed Eyeshadow Brush, and it also includes the e.l.f. Flat Shader Brush. And then I got these three while I was down there because it was the core collection of the Real Techniques one. So it came with the pointed foundation brush, and I used this to blend out my concealer while I was there because, like I said, I didn't have my sponge. And then it also came with the contour brush, which I really liked for applying the contour at first before I blended it out, and then I would blend it out with the multitask brush. And then in it also was the buffing brush, which is really good for buffing out the foundation. And these are so soft, guys. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's go to everything that I brought / bought. So the only makeup item I bought while down in Florida was the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I have seen Glam Life Guru / Tati talk about this a lot. I did open it while in Florida, so in the plane it kind of got a little everywhere. But I really actually like this. I love the smell of this, but I need to find out where I can order it online because they do not sell this anywhere in New Hampshire, and it's really upsetting to me because I love it so much. Oh, so you got over everything. I brought my Wet n Wild Color Icon Contouring Palette in the shade Dolce de Leche. This is my #1 contouring product that I use. I use this more than any other contour I have because it's just the perfect shade for me. And this is generally what I use to set my under eyes as well. So it was definitely a 2-in-1 product, and it saved some space for me. Next, I brought my e.l.f. blush palette in light because I figured I was going to be there for a week, and I probably didn't want to bring just one blush, which is kind of funny because I ended up just wearing this blush the whole time I was there. But I figured it's small and compact, and it gives me 4 different options for if I did want to do something different. Just because I didn't do something different doesn't mean it wasn't a bad idea. I also brought my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Fair. This is my favorite concealer. That's why I brought it, because it just blends out so nicely and it covers my under eyes circles so easily. Also, if you're noticing, because of the light, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. Like I said, it's 11 o'clock at night. So, yeah. So, the next product I brought was my Becca Highlighting Shimmering Skin Perfector Press, and it's the Champagne Pop from Jaclyn Hill. It is my favorite highlight right now, and I can't wait to try more of their Shimmering Skin Perfectors. And I just figured I might as well just bring my favorite, because even though it's expensive and I was so worried it was going to get damaged on the plane, it is my favorite, and I knew I would wear it every single day. So, for mascara, I brought my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. This is my favorite mascara right now. It has a really nice fat brush, and it really just gets in there really nicely, and it just makes my lashes go phew, phew. But anywho, and then for eyeshadows, I brought 2 small palettes. They're both from Maybelline. I brought the nudes and I brought the blush nudes. I did wear this one more than this one, but I did wear both. I just knew that I wear these colors a ton. This one has the general browns and golds and just very neutral colors for everyday wear. And this one has more pinkish and rose goldy colors with some taupes. So I did wear both. And I love the looks I get out of these palettes. The foundation I brought was the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. This is one of my favorite foundations. I did buy a new bottle for the trip just because I didn't know how much was in the bottle I had, so I just figured might as well just get a new one for the trip. That way I didn't run out halfway and have to make a special trip to get some. I also brought my e.l.f. eyelid primer, that way because it was Florida, it was hot, and I didn't want my eyeshadows to go anywhere. And last but by no means least, I brought my favorite bronzer, which I didn't even end up using it, but I figured I might as well just in case, and it's the NYC Sun and Bronze Bronzing Powder in Coney Island Glow. And it just looks like that, and it's beautiful when it's actually on the skin. It's so great. Tips for packing makeup for a trip like this: definitely bring your favorite items, because then you know you're going to wear them every day. Like I said, this is my favorite foundation, this is my favorite concealer, this is my favorite mascara, and this is my favorite bronzer, and my favorite highlight, and my favorite contour, and under eye setting powder. Like, these are my favorites, so that's why I brought these. These aren't necessarily my favorite eyeshadows, but I knew with how small and compact these were, I could fit both, and I knew I could get a million looks out of these if I wanted to. I wasn't stuck to a little quad where I had to wear the same look every day. It's actually really funny because my mother-in-law told me to bring like a little quad, but I knew I would just get bored with that. So that's why I brought these. And that's why I also brought the blush palette. These e.l.f. blush palettes are probably the best thing ever for traveling because they are small and compact, but you do get 4 different options for blush, even if you do just use one like I did. But at least the options are there for if you want to. And the Airspun powder, I wasn't even planning on buying this. I just forgot a setting powder, and I knew with the Dewy and Smooth, it's very, very dewy, and Florida is very hot, and even though I don't sweat a lot, I knew I would in Florida because of how hot it was. So I did get this just to go throughout my T-zone, that way it wasn't excessive, if that makes sense. And I just brought my favorite brushes, and I brought, with the exception of the eye brushes, I just brought one brush for each because I could always wash them while I was there, so there was no point in bringing it. Whereas like the buffing brush, I was using the same foundation every day, so there was no point in washing it. And same with the brush that I used for concealer. The blush brush was pretty much the only brush that I might have had to wash if I decided to use a different blush. So, again, with the exception of the eye brushes, I just brought one of each brush. But honestly, when it comes to traveling, especially when it comes to traveling on planes, be as small and compact as you can. I had all of this fit in just this bag. I did put my lip products in another bag because I did bring so many, because with me, with lip products, I never know what I'm going to want until that day. So, now that I'm done showing you the products, let me tone down the light a little. Can you still see me? I don't know if you can, but at least I'm not, like, white out. But anyway, but those are just my tips for traveling with makeup. I would also make sure that everything fits in here nice and tight. That way there's not a lot of jiggling around, because if I had put in anything bigger, these probably would have jiggled around a lot, and I wouldn't have been surprised if I had come out with broken items because of how much it would have jiggled at that point. So definitely just make sure that your makeup bag is just large enough, not too large, not too small. So I think that's all my tips for that. This is everything I brought. Like I said, the lip products, I just brought all my different colored liquid lipsticks and all my different colored lip butters. But that's all. I did not bring absolutely everything. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. So give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was helpful, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!